Alright. Yeah, we're back, dude. Doing dumb shit again. Alright, so today I want to continue with the inventory system. We got iDub swimming into the sun. Yeah, so I made some items last time. If we look at Cobra, we made this whiskey bottle. We made the Merida whiskey with our boy Ethan Ralph locked up in the clink on the bottle. That's pretty cool. We also made some Xannies. Let's bring that in. And that is a big table, a big tablet of Xanax. And it says Xanny on the front. So we got liquor and Xannies. Yeah, so I like that. We need to make some more items, though. I had a notepad, and I completely exited it out, and I forgot what was on there. But I know I had, like, a pistol and a crossbow and some other shit. The idea being that Ralph has to use a crossbow because he's a felon, so he can't have the... Is Regatta a felon, or was that a misdemeanor? He might have the restriction of felony, too, so he can't use any guns in the game. But, yeah. Sorry, hold on. Okay, cool. Sorry, I had to fucking answer that. That was my mom. Very important shit. Okay. She says I have to leave the basement. Can you believe that? Okay, so... Inventory. Alright. I'm gonna do like a Baldur's Gate type thing for the inventory. So let me... I have a example somewhere. Sorry, I'll show you a picture that's pretty funny in a second, but yeah. So I have this thing here. What I'm going to do is get rid of all of that. We're not going to need any of that shit. We're just going to have like one costume, and that'll be the whole armor thing. So we're not going to have like body, cape, head, whatever. We're just going to have one costume. We're not going to have any slots for any underwear because we're not going to have like naked models in the game. I'm not even sure why Baldur's Gate did that. That was just kind of retarded. I don't know why you could fuck the bear too. That was retarded as well. That was great. Alright, so the other thing we're gonna have is we're gonna have like only one weapon here, one weapon there. But we need to have like ranged and melee. No instruments. I'll probably do some medallions and rings. And then we're not gonna need any of this either. So but yeah, I do want to have this the model kind of standing in the middle there. I think that would look cool. And I believe we have the technology, so yeah. And then maybe we'll get to like mimicking some of this shit over here. And then the items I want to have work basically like the items in Baldur's Gate. I think that would be dope. Okay, so how am I gonna make that in GIMP? Well, I'm gonna leave this picture up for reference. So I'm gonna basically try and make one of these cells, and if we zoom in, we can kind of see what they are. There's like a vague little outline, and then maybe some shading behind that, so we're going to try and replicate that. Yeah, and then I guess I'll just fill a container with them, and then we'll make some type of system where we can overlay images on top. And I have images of our items. So let me go back to Cobra, and I'll show off the images I made. So there's our Xanny, and there's our whiskey and stuff. And if I go down to... Where the hell is it at? UI, item images. We have like these images of our actual items. So those will be our items that'll show up. And they're squares, so... It's hip to be square, in fact. And nice. How's it going, Sigit Seteria P? I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but hey, how's it going, man? Yeah, so we got that going. I guess what we'll do is, yeah, we'll just start making that texture. So we're going to try and make one of these little things to make for our back screen. All right, I'll just do my best. I'm not like a great artist or anything. What do you think we should make this? Like 64 by 64? I'm gonna go 128 by 128. That sounds right to me. And it doesn't actually have to be that size in the real thing. And so since it was just squares, I'm gonna try to do that. First I'm gonna grab the whole thing and make it like kind of a grayish. That's actually a pretty decent gray. So maybe I'll just grab like a shade lighter than that, like this. And kind of go around. Oh, great. Yeah, wrong color. Just like something a little bit lighter. There we go. I don't know. It's darker. All right. That's blended terribly. That looks awful. I have no idea. I've never made something like this before. Hold on. We gotta look at this shit. I'm experimenting. Is King Cobra JFS in the game? He is. Hold on. Let me show you. We got old King Cobra over here. I might improve his model a little bit, but we got him some whiskey, and we also have him some Xannies. I know he's not known for having the Xannies unless Queen Cobra, unless NAL is there now. But she's gone for good, hopefully. But yeah, we can cast some spells with Cobra, stuff like that. Yeah, so he is in the game. He's going to be a big part of the game. All the great lolcows are going to be in there. All the ones that are too poor to sue me. We got Cyrax right here. He's in there. We got DSP. We got Ethan Ralph. Nick Ricada. He's going to jail. Possibly, maybe. What is it? In like 2 weeks we figure that out. Where's my fucking project? There we go. Alright. So we gotta make some type of inventory slot. Let's just do this. Let's grab the fill. We'll fill the shit with something like that, and then we'll do another layer. Oh, I know what I'm doing now. Alright. New layer. We're going to fill that layer as well, and then go color, colorize, and we'll make that a... What the fuck did I just do? Damn. Oh no, I permanently ruined my thing. Oh shit, I have no idea what I did. I'm just gonna make this a darker color like that, and then I think what I'm gonna do is take my eraser and just kind of erase around the outside until I get kind of a nice little effect. Yeah, you know, something like this. I want it to be a little jagged. I think that's good. That's kind of what I want. And then maybe I'll just add a little something here in the middle. Let me turn this opacity down, and I'll turn this up, and we'll put like a little... That's too much. Here. Less than that. Yeah, something like this. And we'll just take off a little bit in the middle. So when it's zoomed out, we have like an inventory slot that looks like that. I think that's fine. I'm going to export that. Yeah, I have a few... I have a Chris Chan model as well. The original intent of the game was going to be like the merge. It was going to be like when Chris Chan was being arrested, instead of him being arrested, Sonichu basically saves him. The merge happens, and then all the lolcows are... it's gonna, like, you know, affect the internet, go through the internet, go to the Kiwi farms, and pull all of them into this lolcow universe type deal. The most retarded concept. I was gonna call the game Magnum Retardus. But yeah, I don't know. Now I'm just doing a whole bunch of dumb shit, trying to get some shit working, and then I want to get like a workable thing out there so people can play it, you know. No one's gonna give a shit if you can't play it. So let's call this single cell. Okay, so when I come back into here, let's just build a new scene. Yeah, because then we can instantiate it on the player basically whenever. So yeah, I guess we need some type of thing, an item list. Probably not the best way to do it. I think a panel. I guess I'll probably place everything through code, right? Instead of doing like, I don't know. There are multiple ways to do it. So we could do it with H boxes. We have like, where are those at? We have like H-box containers and V-box containers, which stack things this way and that way. So I could basically make a whole bunch of vertical ones, then put a whole bunch of horizontal ones in there, and then you just like drag and drop from there. I really don't know much. I haven't made a whole bunch of inventory systems, so this is kind of a new thing for me. So I know if we use an item list, if I create that, what do we have here? And let me just add a few things in there. Add an element, and we'll quick load a texture. Where's our Zanny? We'll just do some quick mapping. Okay. Oh, that's a really big texture. So how do we change that to be... where is it? Auto height. Allow reselect. Layout. Let's see. I'm actually going to pull up the docs. I haven't used an item list. So we'll go help. Item list. A vertical list of selectable items that may be in a single or multiple column format, with each item having options for text and an icon. Tooltips are supported. So that's cool. I want to be able to hover stuff and look at that, but I might have to code it all myself just because item text only supports single line strings. Yeah, I think it'd be better to make something myself than to try and do it this way. Right? No. I don't know. Fuck it. Let's try and use this thing for a minute. Since it's already here. I'm trying to stick with Godot conventions as much as possible. But let me Google some shit real quick. Mainly, can I change how to change the image size in a item list in Godot 4? You'll primarily focus on readjusting the scale of the image itself. Ah, okay, so nobody said anything. Let me change this to lo-fi. This is stressing me out. This isn't good music for like... oh, here we go. Max size option. Oh, you fuck. Alright. There we go. I believe there is at least a max size option in the texture importer. Ah, shit. Damn. So I would have to like make these a different size, basically. Basically have to make these the size I want them to be in the game. I think, right? I don't think I can actually change them here. Icon, right? Oh, maybe I can. I can. What am I talking about? icon mode top. Can we go like, let's go 64 by 64. There we go. Okay, yeah. I was like, there's gotta be some type of fucking way to do that. Nice. So we'll just call this Zanny. And let me see, what type of fonts do I even have? Let's go with a theme. Do we have any themes? Most readable. Nice. So this panel. Awesome. I'm just going to put this right underneath the control and get rid of that. And we'll actually take this and place it in the center of the screen, probably. Oh, sorry, this. My bad. Shit, what is that? What's it? What the fuck, man? I hate Godot sometimes, I really do. Most confusing shit in the world. You know what? Just stay right there. How do you like that? What do you think about that? Alright. Okay, so. Yeah, pretty close, right? We're almost there. Cool. So, I guess we can have these in there. We need, like, tooltip, shit like that. Okay, so. Actually, I guess I'm gonna have to make the item. We'll pick it up in the world, and then we'll add this and instantiate this. So let me just go ahead and save this scene, and we'll get a little bit of code in here, so we can just make sure it's working properly. At least, like, you know, open it up and close it, and then we'll start adding more shit. So I'll just call this, I guess inventory. Why not? Inventory. We'll call this inventory list. Why not? And let me save this. Might as well save this with the player, right? Where is our... whatever. Inventory. Inventory. There we go. Cool. And I have this camera, which basically holds everything we need. And I think what I'm going to have to do is just instantiate it whenever we press the I key. So I guess we'll add that in here. I know I have a function to take some input. Control F, let's say input. Allow player turn-based clicks. Okay, that's not the one I'm looking for. I think I have like an actual input function somewhere. Here we go, yeah. So this is allowing movement for the camera. So let's just make a new one that's allow open inventory. Yeah, and we'll just say if input dot is action just pressed, open inventory, then yeah. So we're gonna have to make that, and what we'll do is should we just instantiate that every time? Is that a good idea? Or should we just add this onto here and hide it and unhide it? I mean, that's way simpler, right? I think so. Yeah, I think I should just do that. We'll just do a fucking... I was trying to be smart, but I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're just going to code a lot of the shit here and then just make a little script here. So instead of making a whole nother scene, I'm actually going to call this the inventory. What do you think about that one? That's some smart shit. And then we'll add the item list here. This makes it easier on me. So I guess we'll just hide and unhide that. So we'll hide it by default. We'll probably do it in the red inventory, in the ready function, in the red inventory. Yo, I'm losing it. All right. Inventory dot visible equals true. So we will expose ourselves to the camera, much like DSP. And then we need to basically populate off what the player has. So do we have our active player? Print active follow element. Interesting. Oh, active character instance. Awesome. And we get that from our game manager. Perfect. So I guess we'll do this. Game manager.active character instance, and we're going to say check inventory. And we're going to have to make that function. Yeah, and this should return something. So we'll say var inv equals yeah, game manager check inventory. I don't like have a master list of items. I think we're gonna have to do that at some point. I think a lot of games do that, where they have like a big list of like, you know, item O34 or item O whatever, and then it goes down, it scans it, and it's got that. And I have that for the character sheets for like their data, but I don't have it for any items yet. So we're just gonna have to pass this in like a fake dictionary of items, I think. So let me go to the active character instance is going to be one of these guys, which runs on our player script. So I'll just go to our player script and add that function in. We need it in our enemy too. And what was the name of that function that we're going to add? That's right. It was in the camera holder. It is check inventory, or let's just call it return inventory. Get inventory, that's right, we're a programmer. There's a fucking term for that. I completely forgot. That's like a whole like fucking thing. Alright, so let me do that, and then we'll go to the enemy script first. And yeah, I think okay, so we want to go to the actual enemy class, not the enemy script. Cool. So let's go ahead and say func get inventory, and we're going to return inventory. We're return, and then we need to make some type of inventory. At onReady var. I thought I had some type of I have, yeah, player inventory. Awesome. So what is nice? So it is a dictionary, and then it tells you how many of each item they have. So we'll do this. We'll say Zanny is gonna have 2 Zannies. 2 Zannies and 1 Lickuses. It's a fucking oh man, what's that song? November Rain, when the guy's he's waking up and he's taking the pills and the liquor. Oh man, that song rocks. Liquor. Oh man, what do we call it? We called it Merida whiskey, because they don't make it. It's a joke. Let's give him one of those. Nice. So that'll be our inventory. It shouldn't be player inventory though. It should just be character. Whatever. We already called it player. I think it's because we copy and pasted some shit. We're just gonna keep it that way. So let me go back down here and get rid of that. Yeah, return player inventory, and that's basically all we need to do here. And then we need to copy this and go to our player class. Right, Control F, inventory. Nice. So it's basically the same exact thing we have here. So I just need to plug this function in. I have this give item. This is DSP's thing. It steals a random amount of money from the player. Everyone has to give to King Phil. So they have this coin they have to suffer unto him. But yeah, so we have money. We have what else are we gonna have in there? Let's go back to our enemy and just do the same enemy class. All right, where the fuck's it at? Control. Oh, it's already in. It's already plugged in. There we go. Nice. We'll go back to the player class. And we'll plug that in. Wonderful. And I am just kind of making up these conventions. Like I use camel case here. This is all lowercase. It's lowercase. It's probably not a good thing to do, but we're going to do it for now because I don't have any other options. It's all made on the fly, so cool. Now whenever we hit the... Oh, we need to add that as well. We need an inventory button, so I guess I. Why not? I for inventory. I. Oh, I'm gonna call it inventory. Inventory. And then we'll go down here and use I and fucker. I. Nice. Okay. Alright, and yeah, so once we press that, our camera holder, oh, we haven't added that into our main function yet, so allow open inventory. We need to go back up here to the states that our camera's in, so we shouldn't be able to open our inventory during the AI turn for now. If we're neutral, we can do it. If we're clicking, we can't do it. We'll just do it right here in the neutral and in our own turn. So cool. And then we have to make sure we can close it as well. If input open inventory, so we'll do that if it's visible. So we'll say if we're gonna grab this. If it is visible, then we'll make it so if it is visible, then we're gonna make it invisible. We're gonna hide it, and then else we will make it visible again. We'll bring it back to the ethereal world. And we also want to populate the panel. Populate. How the fuck do you spell that? Populate panel. Cool. And then I'm gonna grab that, and that's right. That's what we're doing with down here. So let me kick this over a couple. This is going to come after this, and then we're going to do this, and I'm just going to pass right there for a second, and we're going to have to pass in the inventory, and nice. Cool. And so now all we have to do is populate the item list. So we'll just say for items, for item in INV, print item, and then I'm going to print the item. Basically, this is a key in the dictionary, and then the like actual thing would be the amount that we have. How's it going? Lolcows. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but hi. Yeah, so now we're looping through all the things we're passing in through our inventory. We need to add them to the item list. So how do we do that? Why aren't you giving me auto? Oh shit, we're not even on the right scene, that's why. Okay. Yeah, so there we go, that's what I want. Inventory, item list, I think it's add item, right? Add item, and we can start adding shit. So the text is going to be the item, because that's the name of what it is. The texture, we're going to have to find this somehow. We're going to say get from CSV, and then we'll leave a little thing there with the item name. We might even have to have an item ID, but I guess the item name is fine for right now. I'm only going to have like 10 items, and then we'll change it when it needs more shit. And we're going to have to say, let's say, do I have a loader? I think I do. I think I can load this with an actual like loader script. Yeah, game loader. So let's do game loader. Game loader.get from CSV. Get item from CSV, and I'm just going to make sure that I copy that into my game loader. Game loader. And we'll func put that in here, and we'll say return item. Item info. And for right now, we'll just make var item info. Ret run. Return. There we go. Nice. So that's not really doing anything, and we'll fix that. We're going to make a CSV to go along with these items, but we don't have that yet. So let's just go back to the camera and just get the thing to pop up and whatever. Yeah, for right now, we'll just return a texture. We'll just return one texture. That's a good idea. Let me go back to that. Game loader. And it's gonna, we'll say equals load. And we'll just put in the whiskey texture. There we go. So we're passing in item info, which is a texture, and then that's actually the argument we need to make the item list. So that just makes it easy for us, and then we'll change this. I'm going to leave a little note. Change this function to get the item number or name or some shits. Perfect. Okay, so what else do I need here? Selectable. That's going to be true. Shit, what else? What other? I guess that's it. Cool. So we'll add the items based off that, and they'll all have the same texture, but they'll have different names. And then I guess we're gonna have to add the amount too, but for right now, not a big idea. Not a big deal. Well, I guess we could do this. We could do item plus, and then we'll do item. We'll go inv item. This is the amount that we're getting right here. So we can just go, we'll add a string. These are all strings, right? So we'll just add some space. Maybe put a, I forgot what those things are called. One of those thingies. And then this will be the amount of stuff we have. So it'll be name plus the thingy plus one of those, a colon, right? Semicolon. Who cares? I'm not an English teacher. There. Yeah, alright. So that should do it. Let's give that a shot. When I press I, it should populate our panel. Alright. Nice. It's gonna take a second to load. ESL game dev. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna load up the game. What are all these fucking errors? Great. Yeah, so these are what the items look like. And then... Marital whiskey! Yeah. So, let's see. Let's click on Cobra. What is going on over there? That's crazy. Let's just press I. So, it's not working. Oh, that's probably because we don't have an open inventory. What did I call it up here? Project settings. Input map. Inventory. Let's call it open inventory. So we're not a heathen. Sorry, we're gonna have to load. It's gonna take a while again. How's it going, Freak Show Jimmy's Crackhead Dungeon? Hope your Tuesday's going good. When I was working today, I stabbed myself underneath the fingernail and it started to bleed on accident, and it hurt really fucking bad. So my day's not bad, but it could have been a little better if I didn't stab myself with a splinter underneath the fucking fingernail. Because that was like 7 in the morning and I had to use my hands all day, and then my finger was like hurting. First world fucking problems. Alright. Cool. So, let's press I. Oh no. Oh, let's convert this to a STR. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting there on this game. I'm pretty psyched about it. I did a game jam, and my game broke halfway through. I was pretty bummed about that one. And then, yeah, but I don't know. This project's going pretty well. It's getting like, I went back and I fixed a lot of the character scripts. I was rewriting them every single time, and now I've gotten to the point where they have classes, and I understand what classes are now. So I'm actually like improving, but now it's like I have a bunch of old models I need to clear out of here, and I need to do like some cleaning on this thing, but I gotta keep adding shit too, so. Alright, if we hit I, what happens? Oh, our inventory's up here, awesome, and then we hit I and it hides, and then we do it again, and then we get our shit down here. At least it's popping up. So now I gotta move this to the middle of the screen somehow. So, cool. Yeah, which Godot version were you using? Because I had the same thing. The Godot project, something always corrupts. For sure. That's happened to me a bunch of times. It's like... And then, I had this game that I worked on for like fucking 6 months. It was like a shooter where you were like a guy who walked around, and they were like, I was really proud of it. It was like werewolves and like goblins and shit, and you could blast them with a gun. And then it just corrupted, and I couldn't get it to fucking work, and couldn't get it to work, and then I got rid of that computer. I don't know. I was so fucking pissed. I was just like, I don't have any time to fuck around with this thing anymore. It's like it's like the lost, like, cost fallacy or whatever the fuck they call it. But, Since I've switched to Godot 3.4, I haven't had any problems. Or what is it, 4? After Godot 4, I feel like everything got pretty fixed with that in that regard. In my opinion. I don't know if anyone else said like had any problems. But yeah, that was like a major fucking thing. I almost quit this engine like 2 times over that, because that happened to me in like 2 projects, and it was like back to back. Non-Steam version of 3.0, and then when it went to 4, I transferred the files months later. It just nuked itself for no reason. That, yeah. Yeah, I think that was a major bug in like 4.0 and like 4.1, and then I think it got fixed in 4.2. I just remember like that was a thing that everyone was complaining about, and they're like, they need to address this. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of dependent on Godot now. I could learn like I learned some C#, so I could do like Unity or whatever. But I hate object orientation. I fucking hate it. I'm not an object-oriented programmer. I'm a fucking functional programmer. You know, low functioning, but it doesn't matter. Okay, what the fuck are we even doing? So the inventory does work, but it's too fucking small. We gotta fix that. And I think that's because I just never really fixed it in the 2D. The inventory's up here. Let's blast it open. Bring it out here like this. Yeah, file moving was also a big deal. I remember at one point I was making this thing called, it was called Godot. It was going to be like a Python program that helped you move files in Godot. And I was like building it, and then like they made this so much better to the point where that wasn't even useful anymore. But I built that for like a thing in college. That was pretty cool. Alright, so we're going to add our shit in here. I got to go to the icon and make this, we're going to do 64 by 64, and we're going to add a theme, quick load. Let's do, I don't know, most readable, why not? Can we change the colors, like a background color? Whatever. Columns, max columns 1. Let's do 2. Whatever, 1. And where's my music? Let's go to the, what about indie? There we go. Here's the indie playlist. So cool. Yeah, alright, so what I need to do is go to our player. Where's a player? You know what, right now I just realized something, that all of our players are sharing the same inventory because they're all on one class. So that's actually good for us right now, but I'm gonna have to change it in the future. What I'm gonna do is just make a whole bunch of, what else can we have in this game for the lolcows to consume? Oh man, what else do we need? There's all types of drugs we can do. We need a mead for Cobra. Cobra needs a mead. We got the Xannies for Ralph. Cobra's got his mead. Let's give him one of those. What else do we need? We need some type of DSP. We got Cyrax. What does Cyrax do? Anything? Nick Ricada. Oh, we need some cocaine. A little bit of cocaine there. Is this a multiplayer project? This one, eventually, I want to do multiplayer. Yeah, eventually it will be, but right now it has no multiplayer function, and I'm just trying to make it, just trying to make it work for now. So basically PvE at this point. Cocaine, we're gonna have one of those. Damn, what else? What's another funny object we're gonna need? Oh, a baldo. I don't know how to. Hopefully we can make one of those without getting the stream taken down, but whatever. Nick Ricada advertised it, it's fine. Shit, what else would be a good... we're gonna need some... Oh, we need weed. That's right. We basically need all the drugs because all of our lolcows are just horrible addicts. Terrible people. They're not sending their best. Yeah, so we don't need any weapons, but I do need to have like at least... So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's try and get another one. Damn. Oh, trash burger. Because Ralph was eating that burger out of the trash. We'll do a trash burger. That'll restore some points. Trash burger. We'll do some, we'll do 3 of those. We got 3 trash burgers. Let's do a vape. Everyone loves vapes. Let's go Chinese vape. Chinese vape. And that'll be a 1. Nice. Okay. I think that's enough items for right now. They're all going to have the same texture, but that's okay. They'll have different names and different amounts to them. So let's go ahead and run that and see what we get. That's interesting that that synced up with the music stopping. I do have, as far as like multiplayer goes, I have a, what is it called? A droplet on DigitalOcean or whatever. Whatever the fuck that thing is called. But you can run a server there, and I'm gonna run. I have I've uploaded a Godot server there and run like a little multiplayer test, but I couldn't get it to work right. There's another guy who's streaming YouTube multiplayer games that's really awesome. He was showing off this one. I can't remember what his name is, but... oh, shit. Get inventory in base nil. That's right, we don't have an active character instance. Sorry. I forgot to click on a character. Alright, it's loading back up. Oh, we got a nice screen like that. Perfect. Just what you want to see. There we go. Come on now. Alrighty. Okay, so let's click on a character, and then I'll hit I, and yeah, so that looks pretty good. Money, Zanny, Merida whiskey, mead, cocaine, baldo, weed, trash burger, Chinese vape. Have I heard of NetFox? No, I have not. Is that a actually, that sounds somewhat familiar. Is that like a server service? I think someone was saying they use that. That's for like, it's like specifically made for multiplayer games, right? I think it's what you're referring to. So at least we have that now. We need to make a CSV. We need to make those items. So let me go back to that item list, and I guess we'll just start making those and throwing them in. Oh, it's a framework built for Godot for multiplayer. Damn, that's pretty sick. No, I did not know that existed. Yeah, I tried to make like a little shooter just using like ChatGPT, and I was having that write the code. Yeah, you can share a link. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't really have like any moderation for the the chat anyway, so I don't really even check it. But yeah, thank you. I'll probably check that out. Like once the stream ends, I'll go and maybe take a look. But yeah, I've always been interested in doing like a multiplayer game or something. I have a few websites, so it'd be cool to like link it to my website and then have, you know, show that to employers and shit or whatever. Not that I'm looking for a new job, but alright, what do I gotta do? That's right, we gotta go to our player class. Let's start making these. So we got the Merida whiskey, we need some mead. Let's get a reference for that mead. Let me show you what I mean by mead. King Cobra. JFS. Mead. Yeah. So this is the type of mead he's making. We got some honey. This is good shit right here. Hold on, let me turn off the music and I'll actually pull up a video of him making this. It's the best thing in the world. I love this shit. Alright, so let me go to mead recipes. Oh my god, not you. King Cobra JFS mead. I just need a reference for what his jars look like. Yes.
It's ready to be strained. I'm not entirely sure how this one's gonna turn out.
Oh, are you, Cobes?
I'm making my own homemade mead. Smell of it. Oh yeah, it definitely smells like some boozy good times. And you can like see the cherries on the inside from the corner.
Oh yeah, that's good, dude. That's a good one.
And to make this a little bit easier, I want to grab a fork and just scoop these cherries out.
Yeah, you know you made a good mead when you gotta scoop the fucking cherries out with a fork, dude. Yes!
It's also got these chocolate chips.
Yeah, so that's what I gotta make is this this mead jar with a bunch of just glop in it. But he's gonna strain it, so.
I'm trying to fish that out now because that just looks like a pain in the arse. Never mind, you can't see the cheese.
Damn, dude, that spinning shot right there. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. Damn, if I was hungover, I would vomit everywhere if I saw that shit. But yeah, I'm gonna make one of these big jars for King Cobra's mead. What would my employers think about the Lolcow game? You know, I have no idea. They honestly, like, they're so busy, like, running a business and shit, you know, they probably wouldn't give a shit. You know, like, I don't know who would really even care. It's such a, like, mundane thing, you know, it's not like you're, like, it's not, like, political in any way, really. What else do we have on here? And, you know, I guess if I work for somewhere, like, prestigious, you know, like, if I worked for, like, Tesla, or if I worked for, like, somewhere like that, but, like, most places I work are manufacturing, and I'm just, like, another guy running a machine, so it's, like, you know, I have people there who are, like, actual felons and shit. I mean, not at this place, but the place I used to work with, like, there were, like, people fucking stealing, there were people high on meth, so it's, like, they're like, you make a video game online? Like, what are you, gay? They're not gonna give a fuck. Yeah, CNC machines. Yeah, last place I worked, they were just like, people kept like, they would come up to me and ask like, what did you do to get here? And I was like, fuck man, like I applied on Indeed. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I didn't know everyone in here was like fresh out of fucking prison. Yeah, CNC rocks. It's a good job. I run a laser now, so I don't actually do all the good cutting and shit, but it's fun. Alright, so we got those things in. We need to start making those items. I need Blender open. I keep losing my train of thought. My brother's got a wood CNC machine, and we'd like to make wood projects. I've been trying to make something that'll actually sell and make some money, but I don't know, man. Everything we try to make, you know, it's like we put all this time and effort into it, and then we go to like a market and try and sell it, and we make zero money, and then we get zero sales, and we just get really depressed. But you know, that's life. So, I guess what I need to do is take a look at what we were doing. Where is our inventory? Merida whiskey. Let's do the mead. That's right. So the jar, we can do that pretty easily. I think we just add a cylinder. Yeah. Yeah, I wish I had, maybe knew a little more about CNC machines. Like the guy that I work with now, he's really good with them. I just kind of knew the basics. Like I was more of just an operator, but I think he did more of the designing and stuff of pieces and parts. So that's what he does for the shop, and I kind of more just get everything run and sent to everyone. But yeah, I mean those guys are really good when they're making all the tool paths and shit. That shit's pretty awesome. I mean, I know the thing does some of it, the program or whatever. I use Lightburn. I used Mastercam when I was at the other place, and then I've tried using there's some stuff in Blender you can do. So that's a little too wide. I think right there is actually pretty good. I'll just bring it back down. En route, yeah, that's pretty. I feel like I've heard of that one, but I've never used it. So I'll do E, and then I guess I'll just bring this down like that. I just want to have that. Yeah, my brother uses FreeCAD. FreeCAD is fucking annoying, dude. FreeCAD's very hard to use. He uses it pretty well, though. So I like this look right here. I think I'm just going to get rid of that, get rid of this face. And can I just solidify this whole thing? Add modifier, solidify. Yeah, we'll do it to the inside. Cool. I think that looks good. And then we'll go object. That's not bad, and I'm just gonna see if I can get a mead texture or something. I think Blender actually has this. Blender has Blender CAD or something. There's I think I had it downloaded somewhere. It just didn't work so well for me. I couldn't figure out how to get it to work. Where's my fucking? Let's go to the country playlist. It's time to raise some hell. Cool. So I want a mead texture on this. I'm debating whether I'm just gonna wrap one around. I'm definitely not gonna put some type of fluid shader in here. That would take forever. I think what I'm gonna do is just put a texture on the outside, and then maybe put some brown something on the inside. In fact, instead of overcomplicating it, Control Shift right there. What if I just bring this down like this? Yeah, we do need to delete that. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll just add another one inside. Add. Let's go. Cylinder. Go right there. And we'll go, I don't know, right there, whatever. Nice. So we have just a kind of a plug in there, and we'll make that nice vomity texture that we were seeing, that we're seeing over here. Can we get a good? By the way, if you ever see foam like that inside of a jar with food, you don't eat it. Can I get a still frame, Cobra, possibly? Can you just give me one? Why can't you focus the fucking camera, buddy? Bastard. Damn it. Maybe I'll just paint a texture on there. What would happen if I just typed in gross texture? Gross texture. That's good. These are good. Gross, brown. Gross food. Gross brown. I kind of like these. That's more like Silent Hill. But, yeah, I'm just going to save this image and use that one. Okay. That would be funny to put this one on top and just have it like pulsing. That would be fucking whatever. We don't have to do all that. Okay. Oh, there's the body cam footage arrest of Chris Chan. I watched that. That was pretty good. I wanted to include that in the game. My idea for this is like the scene right here. Alright, so hold on, let me pause the music for this. This is very important. So when they're actually putting him under arrest, my idea was to have like instead of them arresting him, you know, like Sonichu was gonna explode out of the body of one of the cops, and then the merge would happen, and then there would be like electricity, you know, like shot into the telephone wire, and that would go and infect the Kiwi farms, and in turn that brings all the cows into the Baldur's Gate video game universe. And the game would be called Magnum Retardus, and the quest would be to stop Chris Chan from banging his mom. I think that would be really funny. And like, you know, the bad ending is like you didn't stop Chris, and that would be fucking hilarious, dude. You know, yeah. Sadly, we didn't get that timeline. That wasn't prevented, but yeah. And then there's Ralph. Ralph is in here. Where's he at? Somewhere. Yeah. Christian, what's up?
Oh my god, what is this?
Yeah, that shit's great. Alright, let's get back to actually doing stuff for the fucking stream. Here we go. Cool. So we got that gross texture. Let's go ahead and throw that in there. Image texture, open. Global assets. We'll grab that one. Material. That's pretty good. I like that. And then if I just go here and I put it like this, and if I just kind of spin these around. This is not the best way to do it, but this is a very quick way to do it. And then I'll just grab all these and turn them to that color. Actually, I think I can do that and maybe put like some type of other texture on it. I could try and make this glass and then try and make it like you see through the inside, but that never really works out for me in Godot. You know what? Fuck it. Let's try it. I think it's a good idea. So let me actually Control Z everything I just did there, and we'll keep that straight. And we'll just export this and then make it transparent in Godot and add a little bit of color to it. So we'll go Object, Shade Smooth. Oh, well, shit. Damn. I can't do that because I'm going to have to... if I use cycles in this thing, I have to use cycles for glass in Blender in here to take the fucking picture. Fuck, there's like a whole bunch of shit to this. No, I'm going to do it the way I was going to do it. Can we do that right now? I guess I can't do that. Alright, so... yeah, I'm just going to spin these, and then we'll put the texture there, and we're going to take the picture of it in Blender, and then we're going to use that item, because I don't feel like doing a whole bunch of... we just got to get some item placeholders in real quick, so... bam, perfect. And I'll grab this, grab all this shit, I can go wireframe. Basically grab all those. We'll go new and another. Let's grab that material. Actually, what material do we want? We want that one, right? Yes, I think so. We'll call this brown. Brown slop. Brown slop. Nice. And we'll go UV, smart UV project. And nice. Let me do this too. Control A. All transforms. It's gonna look like fucking shit. I don't know. I guess I can do like a shader. Let me see what Godot shaders. Godot shaders had a good one. I just don't feel like hooking it up right now. I just want to do like an easy one. You know what? I could just take a picture of let me see if we got a mead jar. Mead jar. Images. Mead jar full. There we go. We'll just grab one of these. Side view. Okay, can we grab... Yeah, we'll probably grab this. Nah, I need it like transparent. I guess I could just get rid of everything in the background and then have that right there, but there would still be that paper towel. Do we have any? This might be better. I think this will be perfect. Damn. This is probably fun to watch, I'm sure. That might work. Let's try it. Fuck it. Save image as. We'll save it. We'll go to GIMP. We'll open it up. Modified. Nice. And then we'll go color to alpha. Change it up just a little. Hopefully this works. I don't know, I've wasted a lot of time on this. So, yeah, whatever. File, export as, let's go mead.png. Mead.png. And then we'll open it. Cool, let's get rid of that one. Oh, can't remove in edit mode. Well, you're not in edit mode. Image texture, open. The global assets, textures random, grab the mead, put it in there, and then we'll go to edit mode, A, UV, smart UV project the whole fucking thing. We'll go to shading, UV editing. Alright, let's take a look at what we got. So if I hit, alright, what I need to do... Stop doing all this dumb shit right here. Let's get rid of all those edges. Whoops. Delete. Dissolve that edge. Okay, so... Edit mode. A. Whoops. UV unwrap. If I do it that way, so let's make some seams on this guy. I think I want to make one seam like down this side, and then basically make each one of these lips a seam. And then like right here, and probably like down here. And so we'll just mark all those as seams, and we'll see what that does for us. Alright, so then we'll go to A, UV, unwrap, and we'll take a look at that edit. So that's better. That's kind of more like what I was going for. I might have to put another seam on it. Yeah, I might have to put one. Might have to put a few more, like this. Let's go mark seam, A, UV, unwrap. Alright, cool, that's looking a little better. So now if I hit L over here, can I like drag these in and kind of make them all go right there? Nice. So if I hit L over here, let's go select link on the seam. Awesome, there we go. So let's go to material preview over here. I'm gonna hide that shit. So how shitty is this going to look if I just kind of expand that out? Maybe we'll wrap these sides just a little bit and bring this down. Is this gonna make it look less shit? I don't think so. That looks fucking awful. What if I shrink it down? That actually looks better, honestly. Just having it kind of like a mushy texture like that. I think that's what I'll do. Whatever. And kind of make them similar so they match up. And yeah, I'll probably fix this in the future off stream, but for now, at least we know what it is, and as long as you guys don't tell anyone how bad it looks, no one's gonna know. Alright. Good enough. We got some... I don't know what you would call this stuff. Alright, let's see. How bad are these up here? I just kind of put this on some random slop and kind of blend it in. I think so. That'll be good enough. Whatever. I've probably done this the worst way possible. I'll be real with you. But that's just what happens. Oh my god, how many fucking more of these are there? Pieces of shit. There we go. This is AAA material right here. Alpha in textures and blenders. Yeah. I'll probably fix it when I get to... I think Godot is a better way to do it, but for now we'll just have this. I'll know it's a mead. It's not a big deal. You know, whatever. I'm just gonna go to this bottom and fix that. Alright, we'll just put you on a nice sloppy texture right there. There we go. Delicious. And then we'll have that open up there. Whatever. Okay. Where is our camera? I messed it all up. We gotta bring that back. 90. Oh. 10. 90 and then 0. 0. There we go. Alright, then we'll bring this back a little bit. And hit O, and now we can actually see what we see. I'm going to bring this up. Alright, let's render an image of that and see how bad it looks. We got to get rid of the Zanny. So let's hide that. Right here. Let's rename it Zanny. And then what is that? Let's rename this Merida Whiskey. Let's hide that. We're gonna make this a child. How do we do that? I forgot. Whatever. Alright. If we render it now, what do we got? Just that. Okay. Alright. Render image. There we go. So we just have that. What I want to do is kind of lean it more towards the top and like look into it. So let me also do this. We'll go here and we'll say generic, normal map. We'll go OK. And then we'll go to the shading, texture, image texture. Actually, shit, I can do this. I forgot to export in GIMP. Let's go back. Mead norms. And then we'll grab this and we'll go Mead norms and we'll open that. Go add normal fucker. Add normal map. Cool. Put this here, put that there. And what do we got? Looking a little bit better. And let's go to the roughness and we'll turn that kind of down. The specular, I'm just going to turn down. The metallic we'll turn off. Nice. I think that'll be okay. We should put some emission on it. It's fucking radioactive. Let's render that image. We'll see what we get. Kind of messed up. Whatever. I think that's a little too much. So let's just go like right there. Render image. Alright, whatever. Go there. And I'm going to rotate on the x-axis. You fucker. Alright. Right about there. And then we'll go here. And to me, that's fine. Alright, render image. I'm not going to worry too much. That's going to be our mead for right now. Save as, and we'll call this mead. Godot project. Where the hell is it? Not that one. We'll go to UI, items, mead, awesome. And then we'll grab that. We'll go, we'll grab both of these and go file, export, GLTF. Where is our, should be items, and we'll go what, include selected objects, we'll go mead. There we go. So now we exported that shittily made mead. Alright, so let's try and redeem ourselves by making something a little bit better. What else did we have? Texture all fucked up. Why? I don't care. Oh, now we need to make some cocaine. How can we do that? We could do a little mirror And then we could do the little lines on top. That would be pretty sick. The Baldo, we could do that. The Trash Burger, that one seems pretty cool. The Chinese Vape. Chinese Vape seems fun. I actually have a vape model we can use. I'm going to try and grab that one. But I do have to use the bathroom, so I'm going to leave iDub swimming on the screen while I take a break. So I'm just going to put him up over here. And I'll be back in like 5 minutes or whatever. Let me run my fucking things. There we go. BRB, 5 minutes. 5 min. I can't spell minutes. Alright, yeah, I'll be right back.
Mercy me. Don't be sad, don't you cry, just let go of your pain.
Alright, yeah, I'm back. Okay, so let me get this off the screen. There we go. Cool. How's it going, Phoenix? It's been going pretty good for us. We've got, well, actually, I just made one of the worst models I've ever made. I'm not really happy with this. We tried to make a Mead King Cobra style, but it kind of fucked up, and now it just looks like shit. Oh my god, this song sucks. There we go. Now we got some like Iron Maiden boomer metal going on. This is my favorite type of music. Makes me feel like the 2000s are closer. Okay. Yeah. So that's right, we were making this inventory system from Baldur's Gate type shit, so we're trying to have our costume over here. We're getting rid of all these down to one button. We're just going to have costumes to switch through. We're going to have a melee. We're going to have a ranged. We were making the item table. We didn't have enough items to put in it, so that's what we're doing now, is making the items for it. Cool, so we got like the mead. We have like more risque items that I don't even really want to do on the stream. Like we got the Baldo, which is like a sex toy that Nick Rekieta promoted, but it's like, you know, I don't want to fucking put that on the stream and get it removed, even though it's really funny. So I think Trash Burger is probably the way to go. Or the Chinese vape. The Chinese vape, that's right, I have a vape. So I actually need to find that cutscene. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Let's save. Let's just save. I'm gonna go File, New, File, Open. I gotta bring it over here. I guess that was the food game that I was making. So Godot projects. What was that thing called? Damn, horror cooking. Yeah. Didn't we have a cutscene in here somewhere? Maybe not. I never name any of my shit. Everything's just always everywhere. Oh, fuck. We might be felted. I might be making I'm gonna be making my own vape. Whatever, let's make a vape. Alright, so let me look up a picture of a vape. Vape. Oh, let's do it on here so you guys can see. Vape. Cool. So which ones of these do we want to do? I think one of these is the best. So I can put a little design on the front there. So I'm gonna model it after this one. So cool. We can basically just do the box. We'll scale it on the Y and the Z and bring that up. And I guess on the X as well. It's about vape shaped. A little more this way. And I used to vape, I used to smoke too. Those were good days. But now I don't. Cool. So if I kind of do this, do that. And then if I like select all of these. I'm probably overcomplicating the hell out of this for no reason. I grab all that, and then I go to individual origins, and I hit E, and then I scale it. It kind of makes that. S on the X, and the Y. There we go. That's kind of what I want, is that that shape right there. And then I'm just going to duplicate it, so I'm going to go to edit mode and split it open, go here, go there, delete them vertices, reverts, go to wireframe, delete the verts, and then go to here, add modifier, mirror, and there we go. So now we have our basic vape, and I'm gonna add a cylinder, scale it down, bring it up, and I guess we'll make it like right there, maybe a little bit smaller, and bring that there. Like right here, this is gonna be like the screw part, so like right here. We'll put another one here. I'm gonna shrink it down and then make it taller. This will be the tank, and then we'll go Shift D. Whoops. Shift D, G, Z. Bring that up. We'll scale it up and then scale it down on the Z. We'll bring it down. I'm going to scale it down a little more. And then we'll just do... actually, I'll just do this. I'm going to just extrude this top to make it kind of like a smoking thingy. Let's go... What am I doing? E. Bring that up there. And then E, have that. E again. And then we'll scale it in. And just go like that. Cool. Nice. Alright. So we could just do this. I think I'm just going to take that. Damn, we meant to put this on our items. Fuck. Should have made it in the other one. Whatever. Cool. I'm sure I have a metal texture somewhere. Let's make everything shaded smooth. Should I join all these? Yeah, why not? Object, shade smooth. Does that look any better? Whatever. Object, shade smooth. And I'm going to make it look pretty badass. It's going to look awesome, dude. We're going to go image texture, open. I have a bunch of them saved somewhere. I think they're on the desktop with environment textures. You know what? I think I have another place. Where is rusty metal? Awesome. That's what I want. Don't we have plate metal too? Whatever. Rusty metal. Metal grate. There we go. That's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, this stuff looks cool. Oh, that's not the one I'm thinking of, but that'll work too. So we'll put that one in the middle, and then we'll put the other one on the outsides. And I'm going to scale everything down, but I'm going to add the other one first. Global assets. Where's the other one? Rusty metal. Let's do that one. And we'll go edit mode. And what I want to do is get all these and just put those equal to the other texture and have the middle one be the other thing. And then I'm going to put a big like spray painted Chinese symbol on the inside so you know it's good stuff in there. Cool. So yeah, we'll go assign here. Yeah, I kind of like that. That's not even the one I was thinking of, but that'll work. I think we got to do something else for this one. That one just doesn't work as well. I thought I had more metal. Don't I have more? Pavement, metal grate. That's not the one I want. Damn. I know I have it in, if I go to Godot projects, I go to its base game jam, textures, Actually, I think it's in here. Whoops. Level A. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this one. Oh yeah, I can do this. There we go, that's what I want. Right there, that looks cool. Star Wars Tatooine vape, yeah. I'm gonna have to fix it up a little bit. Let's go here and go to wireframe. We'll grab all these. Let's go to the mirror and say clipping, and then we'll move them into the middle. Right there, perfect, awesome. Now we just gotta go to edit mode. We'll go UV. Let me Control A, scale it. We'll go to edit mode, UV, Smart UV project, and we'll select everything and then do that. So yeah, that's more the look I'm going for. Alright. What if I scale it up? I might have to go ahead and apply that mirror. I don't really like the way it's mirrored like that. So I'm going to have to just go ahead and apply that in object mode. And then we'll unwrap it. UV unwrap. There we go. And that should give us a better result, right? It doesn't look like it. Whatever. What happens if I move it? Can we get it in a place where it's not noticeable? Not really. Can't we do... We could do this then. I could just make it cut differently. We'll mark these as seams. And we'll see if that makes a difference. It should, right? Mark seam, and then I'll just hit L, and I'll go UV unwrap, and then I can spin that. Why the fuck would it spin it that way? That's so fucking annoying. Cool. And yeah, that's more what I'm going for. So like that type look. And I might reverse it. I don't know. I kind of like that. Then we gotta add like a big red button on the side here. Yeah. Alright, let's do that actually. Let's go add mesh. Where the fuck is it? Mesh. There we go. Cylinder. I kind of treat every view of Blender like it's the layout view, which is not a good thing to do, but you can do it, so. Let's go to this view. Let's see how much. I kind of want it like cartoonishly big, honestly. And then we'll go edit mode, and I'm going to scale it a little bit. So let's actually bring this out, and then I can do it this way. So we'll just go E, scale that in, E, and we'll push that in like that. Just a very simple button. We'll bring it down. And I'm actually going to put it off kilter just a little bit. We'll go object, shade smooth. And I think what I'll do is we actually need to, I think I need to flatten it. Like go Z this way, just a little bit like that. Push it in a little bit, okay. It's a little off center, but who cares? It's supposed to look kind of shitty. I was thinking about taking this picture in GIMP and just shading it a little bit red and then using that, but I don't really feel like doing all that, so what if I just make this like a red like that, and then I'll do this in this texture. I still got to put in, let's go to shading. I'm going to Control C, Control V, and then we'll add the normal map. cool. And let's see, we want to grab... is it really? Oh, right here, awesome. I was like, shit, do I not have it? I think we just want the color? I can't even remember. Let's go to layout, rendered. Does that look better? Let's go to here. Roughness, very rough. Metallic, it is metallic. Specular, whatever. Yeah, I was thinking about putting like a big red Chinese thing right here. I might just paint it on the image in GIMP. I could just paint it right here. That might be the way to go. Yeah, let's actually open that up. Yeah. Godot projects. Where the hell is it? That's right. Should be like level. There we go, all the way to the top. Not that one. Oh, of course. Can I create preview? Awesome. I'm pretty sure it's this one. Oh, that's right, because that's an import. Where are the non-imports? Alright, down here. I think it's this one. There we go, finally. Alright, so yeah, I want to open up. Okay, we'll just open up this one. And what I'll do is, what's a good Chinese symbol? Chinese symbol for poison. Why are there so fucking... How can there be so many of them? What is that? It's not even real, dude. You know, they're just writing whatever they want, and they're pretending to be offended when you don't get it. Do. That seems to be... I'll use this. Yeah. Let's save that as poison. Poison. And cool. We'll open that up in GIMP. Where is it? Alright. Global assets. Textures random. Poison. Spelled incorrectly. Nice. So, if I just take this... TrainChinese.com. One day, I hope to become Chinese. Maybe they can train me to become Chinese. Alright. Add alpha channel. Let's get rid of all this. Why do you have to have so many colors in here? You make it much easier for me to steal your assets when you only add one color. That's not very Chinese of you. When you can, you scam. Alright. Okay, that should be enough. Alright, let's go color to alpha. There we go. Maybe a little more, whatever, that's fine. And then one trick I've learned when it's like still a little transparent like that, we can actually grab it, and if you just Control C and then like Control V and copy it right on top of itself a few times, then it's like you don't have that. But we did it too many times now, so we're gonna get rid of one of them. Whatever, I'm not gonna worry about those things behind it. And let's just turn it red. So we're gonna color, colorize, because we got a bunch of layers now. Let's export it. Let's go export as poison.png. We're on holiday. And then we'll go file, open poison PNG, and we'll go color colorize red. What? You know what? I'll do this. Let's go new layer. I'm just gonna, since I don't want to fuck around with it too much, let's grab this. And we'll grab something flowy. We'll actually not steal the asset and we'll make our own. And there we go. Look at that. I can write fluent Chinese now. I'm halfway there. Now I just need to start smoking. I'll get some... I already have like the style, the Lao Ban style. I think that shit looks awesome. The muted colors, dressing like the the communists. I think it's funny. Alright, that looks pretty fucking good. I like that. So all we gotta do now is just go here and we'll copy this. Control C, Control V, we'll put it here. And bam. That's gonna look great. And then we'll export that as metal plate. We'll go poison plate. Poison plate. And I'm just going to export it to that folder that we're never going to use, but we'll go back to Blender and we'll just change that thing right there. It needs a dragon. I look like I could be a monk. I don't know, I'm not that weird looking. Alright, so here we'll go poison plate. Alright, what do we need to do? Layout. Oh, that's nice, dude. I like that. Okay. And we'll spin it 180. Perfect. Oh, that looks pretty sick. Haha. Damn, for all of our Chinese viewers, thank you. If you can translate that for us to make sure it says poison. Okay. Let's go ahead and we got to make that. That's right. I got to grab these sections and do the same thing over here so we get it all lined up correctly. Much more pleased with this asset. That looks much better, and it's got a little funny. It's got a joke to it. Shit. There we go. It's hard to speak and do this at the same time, to like think one step ahead. UV unwrap. Nice. Thank you for spinning. I actually shaved my head like too bald by accident. I was trying to just do it like I normally do it, and then I had I just like put the wrong razor thing on there, and I was like, oh shit, that's like really fucking a lot. But yeah, that looks pretty fucking good. Chinesium vape. We got the red button over here. And I think what I'll do is, if I'm in here and I get rid of this, let's just, this is how professionals do it, like that. We'll grab this and I go colorize, and I make this a red. Like this. And then I go file, export as poison plate red. With the capital letters all messed up. And then we'll grab this here and we'll add the image texture. Gotta go all the way back to it. Where is it? Mars Mission Alpha, assets, no. Should be level A. Right here. So yeah, I wanted to have like a reddish tint to it, and then we'll just grab the normals. We'll go to shading, Control C, Control V, and we'll grab that, we'll do the add. Normal map, and we'll plug that shit in. Do I plug it into color or strength? Pretty sure it's color, right? I don't know. That should be fine. Cool. So let's go to layout and take a look at that. That's pretty awesome. So now we need to make this right here. And I think I'll use that right there. We're just going to use the this one right here. And then we got to make some type of thing for the middle here. We'll call this red. Red metal. Okay, let's do this too. UV unwrap. Or UV, smart UV project. There we go. How does that look? Not great. Let's just go Control A, scale, L, UV, unwrap. Unwrap failed. Okay, let's see. Alright, whatever. I guess I'm gonna have to actually manually do some of this shit. So we'll grab that and this. Probably just one of those. We'll actually do it on the side here. And I'm just gonna mark all of these as seams. And we'll do the same up here and right there. And then another down there. So yeah, I guess we'll say mark seam, and then we'll go A, UV, unwrap. And that's a little better, whatever. It's never gonna be perfect. And then I'm just gonna, I only want this shit. There we go. So I just want to grab all of that and scale it up. Maybe a little less. Something like that. Good enough. And now we need to find a texture to put in there and fix that thing down at the bottom. So we'll hit here. Let's go UV unwrap. And then we'll just grab all this and scale it right there. Does that look about the same? Cool. Nice. Then we'll get this and we'll grab all those. Let's grab this. Grab all that. Make a new material and we'll assign it. So now we need to find something to put in here. I guess I could generate something with like a image AI. Let me see if I could look up like a magic texture. Magic vape juice. What do you got for me? I was kind of looking for some type of splashing or whatever, but can we go magic bubbling background? Magic bubbling background. Cool. Something like this is what I was looking for. Save image as. Save it. Cool. Image texture, open. Where's it at? Global assets, should be in textures random, that's right. There we go. Cool, yeah, that's pretty, that's what I wanted, nice. Let's just go to the UV editing. R90. And yeah. That's not bad. And what I'm gonna do, whoops, what is up with that? Whatever. Do we care about that? Is that a major issue? Fixed. Okay. And I'm also gonna plug it into the emission. I'm just gonna go to the shading. Go here, and I'm gonna go here and just plug it into the emission. And give it some strength so it kind of glows. Cool. So let's go to layout. Oh, what did I just do? Oops. Oh, I still have the old pace. I want to grab this and use that as the emission. There we go. So now it's kind of a joyous thing right there. Maybe tone it down a little. Alright. Cool. So let's get our camera. Yeah, it's very Silent Hill-ish, I think. Cool. I don't really like that big line that appears, but whatever. It's on rendered. Let's go here to the background. Oh, that's right. I'm gonna go to Filmic. 1050 by 1050, I think. Let me actually check that real quick. I want to make sure I got that right. Godot projects. Let's go to, oh shit, documents. Barber's Gate. Godot project. UI. Item images. Check the properties. What does the property say? 1080 by 1080, awesome. Yeah, that would have been great if I'd have made this one different, and then I was like losing my mind trying to figure something out. That would have been great. Okay, and then we also need to go to this camera and change it to, where is our camera? Let's select it. Here, we gotta go to orthographic. We gotta go there and say N, view, camera to view, and then we're gonna change the orthographic scale. Whoops. Until we got a good view of our Chinesium vape. There we go. So we'll also go to, what is it, this one, film, transparent, and we'll render that image. That's pretty fucking good. I like that. I think I need to smash that texture up a little bit. I think it's a little smushed. So go to edit mode. If I go to UV editing, if I just go S on the Y, like that. Let's go back to layout and we'll render that. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. That's a little messed up right there. We gotta fix that. Edit mode. Let me get out of there. L. What do I just do? UV unwrap. UV, smart UV project. Can we do that? I really don't want to mess with it that much. It's too bothersome. Alright, that's good. Let's render that image. There we go. That's a good image. So let's image, save as, and we'll call this one Chinese vape. Nice. Cool. Now what do we got to do? We got to... yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and export this as a model. I guess I should join a lot of these. Sorry, I'm kind of slurring my words. I'm super tired. We'll grab this and that and all this. Can we control J and everything stays together? Wonderful. Let's rename this to vape. And let's go file, export, GLTF, and we'll go into our Barbara's Gate. We'll go to the Godot project. Where are enemies? I mean, our items. Items, and we'll say Chinese vape. Chinese vape. Isn't that fun? Shit, I probably should have gotten rid of the light in the camera, but we can do that in Godot too. So if we go to Godot now, and we'll go to Cyrax, we'll just plug the Chinese vape into his scene, just to see what happens. Alright, let's go here, vape, throw it in there. Oh man, it's actually the right size too. I was expecting it to be super small or super big. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. That's not bad to bring it into Godot. So yeah, and then we could add a particle effect to make, you know, some smoke come out of it or whatever. That'd be pretty funny. Oh shit. Looks like we got an issue there with some backface culling or whatever. Do we? Or is that just a shadow? I think it's just interpreting the shadow weird. Whatever. That's fine. I like that though. I think that's pretty good. I think that one's a win. Cool. So we have what were the implements that we were trying to make? Again, let me turn back on the music. What do we want? Let's go to the October playlist. That sucks. What is this? This seemed alright, whatever. Alright. Damn, Chinese vape, wonderful. If we go back to our player class, this was the list of things we were going to make. The cocaine, we got to do the cocaine. The trash burger. Trash burger, looking forward to that one as well. I'm thinking we actually do a trash can. Because I already have one. And then put the burger in the trash can. Are there any AI tools we can use for free? Or are they all going to cost like a decent amount? Probably. They're all probably going to cost a decent amount. I'm already paying like $30 a month in like AI shit. I have like 2 services, one for like upscaling images, and then one for just basic chat GPT for like the upgraded like basic tier. So I can't really justify spending another one just to do like some dumb shit to make stuff for me just yet. Alright, so a burger. Let's just take a look at a wrapped up burger. Let's go fast food burger. Fast food burger. Nice. Wendy's. What's everyone's fast food burger? I think mine's probably the fucking Whopper, or like the double Whopper or whatever. I think that's a good reference for what we're trying to do right here. Okay, so I can make that. Oh, damn, that looks pretty fucking good. Nice. So, yeah, you know what we could do is, if we're only going to see it from one angle anyway, if it's going to be in the trash can, Damn, do I want to do it that way? I don't think so. I guess I should make it the right way. Let's go ahead and hide this, and we'll just go add. Let's do a cylinder, and we'll go like this. And then on this side, I think we should probably E to extrude. And then just continue doing that. Maybe bring that up a little bit like this. That's kind of burger bunish. I think I need to take this one out a little more. There we go. And if I go object, shade smooth, then I'll shift D, G on the Z, and then I'll R 180 like that. And this one needs to be a little taller like that. Now we just need some meat patties. What the hell? Where's cylinder? I'm losing my mind. Cool. We'll just do one like this. Shit. Control Z, S on the Z, like that. We'll slide it off to the side just a little bit. Rotate it. Bam. Perfect. Wonderful. This is going to be a burger to remember. We'll do one right here, and then we'll make this smaller. This will be a tomato, and we'll put another tomato right there, and we'll get a piece of cheese with just a cube. Shrink that down on the Z like that. Bring that up. And yeah, we'll scale it out to be a little bit bigger, and let's put some cuts in it. We'll go to edit mode and just slice it up a few times. And I think I'm going to grab that in proportional editing. And then we'll just pick some dots on it, and we'll go G, Z, bring that down. Like that. It doesn't have to be that perfect. And yeah, I kind of like how that looks. We'll go object mode. We could always go add modifier, subdivision surface. And then if I do this, oh, the Roadhouse King. Better than a piece of ass. Yeah. Well, we don't have the Roadhouse King over here in America land, buddy. That's only in Canada. Canada. That's only in India up there. Sadly. Maybe Mudahar can get one. We got that. Go object shade smooth, object shade smooth, object shade smooth. Do I really have to add a pickle texture? Can we just make these like yellow and red? I think that's the way to go. I don't think it's worth it. For the bun, we'll do an actual bun texture. Do we have the Roadhouse King here in America? Roadhouse King in America. In America, Texas Roadhouse has been. What the fuck is that? Roadhouse King. I don't know. I'm not going to waste any time with that. I thought it was a Canadian only dish. It was their retaliation. It was their retaliation for Trump's fucking tariffs. You're like, the one thing we have is the Roadhouse King. He can't take that from us. As long as we have that, we have culture. Okay, let's get some bun textures in here. Alright. Let's go burger bun texture. Burger bun texture. This will have to do. Licensable, but it's copyable right here. Save image as. Save. I actually have the power logo. I just saw that. I made some playing cards for Kino Casino. I'm gonna have some actually. I'm gonna have like a deck made. They look cool. I might like do something with them, but I'm just gonna make a deck for my brother and myself. It'll be pretty funny. But yeah, they're like custom. They're pretty awesome. I just gotta see if I don't know if the shop will actually do the prints. It'll be interesting to see. Alright, textures random, where you at? There we go, and we need to go here, and date modified, I think it's this one. Yeah, it is. We'll open that image. We'll go to edit mode. Oh my god, the music stops a lot. What else do we have? There we go, good enough. A UV, smart UV project. UV editing. I guess we can't do that unless we edit it in GIMP. It's not seamless either, damn it. Bastard. Why can't you just let me pirate images? What's the problem with that? I guess I could try a little something else. Oh, I have proportional editing on. Awesome. Not what I wanted to do. So if I just grab these and I move them, and then I get this. And I make that a little bigger, but I don't go to where that logo is. And then I get this one. That's the underside, so that really doesn't matter at all. And then we can grab, I'll just hit L, L, L. Bring those here. And we can scale them on the Y, right? Whatever, that's good enough. Let's actually make these a little better. So if I get this to, if I go here, I guess I might have to mark all these seams. Mark seam, A, UV, unwrap, and I'll grab everything here and go R90. Whoops. R90, bring that right there, and we'll go there. Shit. There we go, I just want to grab that, and we'll just make that a little bit bigger. L. S on the Y. Looks pretty shitty. Not really getting much better. I've always wondered what happens if I do this. So if I grab these and I go straighten Y, and then I scale that out, is that going to help me at all? Let's do the same thing here. straighten Y. Straighten Y and straighten Y, and we'll kind of move all that in. And this one too. Now they're all kind of I don't know. This probably isn't going to help us at all. That's not bad. That's awful. Well, it's really only this line right here. I think I have to, if I go Alt and I go G on the Y. There we go, that's a little better. Nice. How does that look? Looks kind of messed up, but that's kind of the point. Let's do the same thing. I'm not gonna remesh. All right, Shift D, R, 180, bam, G, Z. Bring it on down. Look at that burger. And then all I have to do is shrink it down a little bit. Nice. I'm feeling good about myself. Whoops. G, Z, we'll bring that down. So we got to get some type of burger texture. That should be easy. Let's go here and say cooked burger texture. Which one? I think this one will probably serve us the best. So we'll just go ahead and save image as, and we'll save it. And yeah, we'll of course put it in here. So these, you know what, we're not even worried about them right now. I'm just going to hide them. Whoops. L, hide, fucker. I guess it's hiding everything because everything's selected over here. I'm an idiot. All right. We'll go here and we'll just Alt and we'll grab all this. And, I know it doesn't really make any sense to have scorch marks on it, but if we do it like this, you know, no one's going to be able to see it. So that looks pretty good to me. And we're just going to duplicate that. Shift D, G, Z. On the X, on the R. And tomato, let's go to tomato texture. Sliced tomato side view, or yeah, whatever. Perfect. Nice. So we'll go here. Tomato. Image. Open. Alright. Shading. Actually, we gotta go, yeah, UV editing. All I really want is this right here. We'll grab it, shrink it down, and we'll put it right on this tomato rind. Can we do that? How does that look? Very appetizing, I'm sure. Shade smooth, whatever. And then here, what happens if I just make this yellow? There you go, cheese. And we'll just do that. That's a pretty decent burger. And so now it has to be in the trash can or something. We gotta make something trashy about it, because that was the whole idea. Oh, this is another tomato, but let's take this and go Shift D, G on the X, R. Alright. Let's turn this out just a little bit. Cool, yeah, I have a trash can from another thing. I'm gonna bring that in. Let's go, file, import, I guess, GLTF. You know what, I think I actually have that. Ah, shit. Let me save this scene first. We'll save this as items 2. Items 2. Save as, and then if I go file, open. I'm pretty sure I got a scene with Ralph somewhere. Yeah, the crack shack. So yeah, this was one of my early scenes with Ralph in it when I was just kind of experimenting for this game. And this was going to be his crack shack down in Merida. I made a better version. But yeah, we have this trash can right here, which might be useful. So I guess we'll just grab this stuff here. Yeah, I'm just going to go File, Export, GLTF. Let's go trash. Include selected objects. And we'll just put that, whatever, we'll put it right in the blend files. Nice, and then we'll go open recent, we'll open items 2, we'll say no, don't save, and then we'll go file, import, we'll import that GLTF, and that'll be in our blend files, and it'll be the trash. And how'd that go? There it is, nice. So if I go to material, and it's there, awesome. So we'll spin that around. And we'll bring that down. And now I think I might have to shrink it down. R on the Z. I might have to rotate this more like that. I might have to rotate the trash can, do a little visual trick. Texture's pretty low. Oh, you know what I can do? I can do something pretty cool. There's a thing I pay for that I can do. Alright, let me go to shading. Let me find this texture. Right file to current directory. Barber's Gate textures, trash texture, awesome. Cool, so this is our original texture. It's pretty small, but I have this service that I can use to upscale the texture, so we'll see how that works. Let me go to that real quick. Browse, I gotta pull it up. Where the hell is this thing again? Documents, Barber's Gate, awesome. Documents, Barber's Gate. Textures, trash texture, open, awesome. Ready to process, start processing. Sorry, I can't show you the screen that's got like information on it for my fucking account. But I'll show you the one side by side that it makes, and then I'll tell you. It's called let'senhance.io. It's the name of the service I'm using. And it basically just boosts the resolution of something. So yeah, let me download this. Awesome. And I'll open it. And so yeah, it made a 4K texture of it, and we'll open that one up and we'll see. So let me go here and we'll go to downloads. Cut. Go back and I'll paste. Then if I go here, get the better one. And yeah, let's see. So yeah, now we have a more detailed trash. So I can even scale the trash can down just a little bit. R on the Z. Sorry, I want to get the burger and the trash can, but one of them is too big or too small. I can always do that, and then I can make the texture bigger now. Let me do this. Alt G, reset everything. Let me bring this back a little bit. What are you seeing now? Trying to make it look like the thing is on top of the damn trash can, you know what I mean? Something like that. Maybe that it's coming out of the trash, and then I'll do a wrapper. I think that's what I should do, is have it kind of like resting there. I think the issue, I might have to unwrap this thing again. It's just too much trash coming out of there, you know what I mean? Let me do this. So I go to edit mode, and if I just hit L and I shrink that down to maybe be like this, and then I'll hide that it's we don't want to see it coming through down here, but we do want to see the bottom of that bin. So I might spin this, spin it a little. Alright, how is that looking? That looks a little better, because now we're seeing the actual trash can and shit. And then we'll spin the whole thing more this way. L, S, G on the Z. Alright, what happens if I render that image? Oh, we still got the vape, but the trash can's coming through a little bitter. A little better, the trash can. I like that, yeah. It's kind of stupid. To tell you about the lore, Ralph was extremely high, and he ate a burger that he found in the trash can, and everyone saw it, and they were like, "Ralph, where'd you get that burger, buddy?" And he was like, "I don't know. I guess it just appeared. There's a burger fairy." Cool. Oh, the vape, that's right, I have to hide that. So now we'll render that image. How's that looking? It looks alright. Yeah, whatever. This will work for now. I can't spend forever on these. It's enough to see it. It's a big ass fucking picture too, so. Trash. Burger. And then we'll export just the burger. We don't need the whole trash can with it. So I'm gonna hide that, and then we'll select all this. And I'm gonna Control J. Can I Control J? Control J. What's the problem here? You're all meshes. Control J. There we go. What is this? You two need to be joined. And we'll call this burger. And file, export, GLTF. Godot project. Items. And what are we gonna do? Burger. Trash burger. Let's name it appropriately. Trash burger. Export GLTF. Nice. So, I guess we'll see what it looks like in Godot. Let's bring it to Ralph. Ralph loves his trash burgers. 3D. Let's Trash burger. Oh man, we got the whole thing. That's funny. Do we get the vape too? That's right, we didn't get the just selected objects, but whatever. There's your burger, Ralph. So that might become a permanent thing to his scene right there. It's just having this sitting on the ground. We gotta make sure it rotates appropriately. There we go. I messed up the rotation real bad. That's awesome. Perfect. There you go, Ralph. Oh, perfect. I'm gonna take a little screenshot. That's going on the website. It's for the promotional material. Boom. Yeah, let's get a nice cinematic view like that. Let's actually make you local, and we'll hide the vape. Let's actually get the vape in there, but we'll extract it out. Move it over here. And we'll bring it up so the camera can see it. Actually, let's have it this way. Bam, yeah, that's gonna be good. That's good stuff there. Cool. Nice. I think for now I'm probably gonna call it a night, and I might be back on later on tonight, or I might just work off stream for a bit. I do want to work more, but I gotta go eat something. So thanks everyone for showing up. Did I create the UI by myself? I did, yeah. That's why it looks so bad. Yeah, I'll just I'll show off what I have right now in terms of combat too. Let's go Nick Ricada. Let's go, where the hell is it at? Scripts. I have to change. It's not that one. I think it's. I gotta change Nick Ricada's speed so he actually attacks us. Let's turn his speed to 100 so he goes first, and we'll see if he attacks us. But yeah, let's go ahead and run the game, and just the assets will be like floating around, but we'll see them. It's gonna take a second to load. Oh yeah, let me turn off the music. Alright, we're felted. We load the game. I gotta make a Josh Moon model too. And then one for some other people. Alright, let me close the inventory. So let's go check out some of our things floating around in space here. So we got our Chinesium vape right there. That's pretty awesome. And then Ralph should have the... oh, Ralph will have a vape too. Let's actually click on Ralph. We'll have him walk towards the camera. So yeah, there's Ralph's trash burger. So I guess whenever you use the item, this thing is gonna pop up, and then you'll just pull it out of the trash and start munching away. So maybe I'll have to make like one with a bite taken out of it, and then it will just appear, and then that one will appear. And then the vape. I guess the Chinese vape will give you like some type of stat boost or something. I like how that turned out. That turned out really good. Where's the one that sucked? Where's Cobra? Cobra's mead. I don't even think we put it in. We didn't even take a look at it. We did get the Xannies, and we did get the Merida whiskey and the Xannies for Ralph. Ralph pretty much has the most assets. I'm going to tell you right now, Ralph is probably my favorite cow. He used to live right by me. I was 20 minutes away from this guy at one point when he was living in Richmond. And I was like, damn, I should have went and I should have left corn on his doorstep. That would have been funny. That was when everyone was doing that. And I was like, damn. Okay, so we got DSP. Let's go ahead and attack Ricada. We got iDubbbz, but he's not doing anything right now. He's too lazy. Too spaced out on SSRIs. Alright, Ricada, are you going to use your attack? Damn it. He's froze up. I think I changed something. I was like re-editing the AI or some shit. So now we can't go. But yeah, tomorrow I'll be back. I'll fix some of this stuff. And yeah, we'll make more assets. We'll actually have the assets instantiate. But yeah, thanks for everyone showing up to the stream. I'll be back tomorrow. Later, Tater.